The Jesus Piece drama went from fun drama to just kind of sad. I'm gonna speedrun everything we covered so far to make sure you're up to date. And then I wanna talk about all the updates we have because pretty much every member responded to this whole thing and gave us their own update. And by the end of this video, I'll share my closing thoughts. Make sure you join the Discord, link in description. It's filled with people like you and I that are into cool music and gaming. So speed running the Jesus Piece drama to catch y'all up to date because we got a bunch of crazy updates. Jesus Piece got announced for One Big Party Fest. Those with a keen eye will notice that Jesus Piece has a $sign in it. What the heck? Since when does that happen? Jesus Piece never had a $sign on it. We know it's the Jesus Piece because this is Aaron Hurd, Aaron, and people are a little confused because the $sign, and what led to more confusion is this lineup because Jesus Piece is also playing with Netspend and Young Lean. I said it in a video covering like this, but like From Joy, you got Knuckle Sandwich. Like this is a great Reverend. This is a great lineup. It's just so random. What happened next was Jesus Piece, the official Instagram, was like, we never accepted this fest. No idea who Jesus Piece with the $sign is, right? So that led to more confusion. People were like, what the fuck is going on? I thought maybe it was the record label accepting the slot for the festival, like on the band's behalf, if that makes sense. But no, apparently not. To clear up some confusion, the Jesus Piece Instagram official page posted this: Jesus Piece is dead, with this statement. If you want to read this yourself, you can go ahead and pause it, but the TLDR, it's basically they're saying the band broke up in silence earlier this year because someone left the project and the gang wasn't comfortable enough to move forward without him. Then they kind of indirectly say that like the new Jesus Piece with a $sign is just a mockery of what the band has been for the last 10 years. It's just like not cool to do. We basically find out that the new and improved Jesus Piece is straight up just Aaron and like some random friends he got that are playing this fest, just kind of like parodying Jesus Piece the name. I don't know how to fucking put this, and I'm unsure if this is gonna be like a cover band, like they're gonna play all Jesus Piece shit, or it's gonna be like a new Jesus Piece music through this new name. I don't know, and I don't think anyone knows. I don't think they're gonna write new music, but I don't know, only time will tell. Pretty much everyone in the band reacted to this statement, okay, with the exception of one man, which we'll get to in a second. This is like the furthest I got. So everything we're about to read together, it's like I have not read yet. I saved my reaction for you guys. So let's just gather our thoughts, find out if the band could potentially be salvaged in the future, or if it's donezo. Maybe we'll get more information on the new Jesus Piece. Let's find out. So starting off with Aaron Hurd, again, the vocalist of the band. Let's start off with his statement here. I didn't feel a need to explain anything, but since I've got a bunch of random people relentlessly commenting on my pics dating back to 2016 and messaging me heinous shit, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Off the bat, you don't have to explain anything. I guess not, but are you surprised that people are confused at this whole thing? Commenting heinous shit is disgusting. I think like this whole thing in general is not that deep, so if people are like commenting heinous shit, they gotta go touch grass or something. But yes, it's been 10 years, but those men are not my friends, and they haven't been for almost the entirety of us being a band. Just because we're in a band doesn't mean we are best buddies. I've got love for Lou, but that's really it. Wow, I was wrong, because in my video I was like, bro, if they've been in a band for so long and it's all OG members, they're probably brothers. But I guess I was wrong as fuck. In regards to the oddly worded statement, to say they didn't feel comfortable continuing when they threatened to replace me on the Sepultura tour twice for wanting to spend Halloween with my son is what the real mockery is in this. Tried to replace me when they left me at the border on the Show Me the Body tour. Tried to replace me in the past. Bullshit. Sorry. Again, I can't read for shit, but what Aaron is saying here is saying that someone in the band is irreplaceable it's basically a lie because they tried to replace him multiple times. Throwing the birth of my son in my face during an argument. Saying my son is ruining things for the band? Fuck that. We appreciate you inviting us to your son's birthday, but he's got nothing to do with us. Oh, shit. Whoa. All right, if this is true, fellas, if I ever decide to have a kid, if we have a business together and I invite you to my son's birthday, to say your son has nothing to do with us is fucking rude. That is mean as fuck. Of course, taking what he says at like face value, right? What I will say though is trying to bail on a tour to spend Halloween with your son, I'm not gonna lie, dude, I would be a little annoyed too. Like, you already committed to this tour knowing that Halloween is involved with this tour. I'd be like, listen, dog, like, I know you love your son, you got love for your son, and I know you want to spend Halloween with him, but like, you're kind of fucking us here. Unless he finds some sort of replacement for that night or something. Because if that was the case, they could have just not played that date, like, and let the band know before accepting the tour or something. But anyway, would you want to work with people who think this way? Would you say that's friendship? These people don't respect me or my family, and they never really have. I gotta draw the line somewhere. I pray one day when they start families of their own, they look back on these moments and see how whack that was to say. I just sat through it because I love the music we've made. To me, it was easier to smoke and pack it away, but after that last bit, I was done. Do I think I'm the only person that matters? No. They are undeniably great musicians, just tired of dealing with the bullshit, and I'm sure they were too. Okay, so at least he acknowledges that, like, you know, there was bullshit both ways. I think that's how that reads, right? I love the people and friends I've made through this shit. I love the feeling of connecting and sharing such raw emotions with y'all. I will play a couple shows. If you're upset by this as a fan, I'm sorry, and you don't have to come out nor listen. You're entitled to your opinion, but I just won't ever work with them again. Okay, so what it seems, after reading the statement, it seems like this Jesus piece, like, spin-off is just for a couple shows, and then he's just gonna lay the project to rest. That's what it seems. After that, Lou, which is the guy that Aaron said he has love for, actually commented on Aaron's statement. And I guess I'm seeing this as Lou's like official statement because I don't think he made one outside of this. But this reads, was really trying to avoid to be personal, but first of all, no one can or wants to replace you in this band ever. When you said you quit, you said we could move on without you, and none of us wanted to. Ooh. We were happy to let it rest in peace. Second, you and I both know never in my entire life would I ever ask you not to be with your son for any circumstance. I'm still proud of the video I made for you and him when we were there the night he was born. Like, Lou is low-key pulling out cards like, hey, you remember when he was born? We was all there, buddy. We was all there. The fact of the matter is you were dishonest to me and us. You told us you were done to be with your son, then went behind our back with the label / money to do this and make a quick buck. Okay, so it looks like Aaron just went to the label, said, yo, fuck those guys. I'm just going to do it anyway. And it seems like Aaron left the band for his son. Okay, that's what I'm gathering here. I just wanted the band to end on the legacy we have created together, and we could have left it there. But if people want to support what you're doing right now, more power to them as well. Lou did kind of cook here, bro. Not gonna lie, he did cook here. If everything he says is factual, he kind of cooked. This sucks because it's kind of like it's all he said, she said bullshit. Obviously, no one is gonna have evidence of what actually went down. But next up, we got Dave from Jesus Peace. Let's see what he says. Maybe this will help clear things up. You say everyone cook whenever people... Okay, bro. But he did, though. Lou did cook. But, hey, I'm going to let y'all know, though. If Jesus Peace with a $sign drops music, I'm still listening, bro. I don't... Like, hey, I'm still going to check that shit out. I'm just saying. $Zuz Peace. I'm going to check that shit out, bro. Don't care. Anyway. Hey everyone, first off, this whole public airing out is something we've actively tried to avoid. If you think there weren't any texts or calls for the last 10 months, you were slow. This drama should have never happened in the first place. Anyways, I thought what we said as a band was relatively neutral and the facts despite our feelings about it. I don't think it's necessary that everyone is owed an explanation about every detail of what happened. I don't think it's normal. There are people who are talking about this as if they were there with us through it all. You were not. I don't feel compelled to publicly argue about this or that or why or how, not because there isn't an argument to be made, but because it doesn't matter. There are literal receipts showing how this all went down. All we wanted was him to leave Jesus Peace alone, like we are going to do, and what he said was he was going to do. Okay. Sorry, I know I'm reading this as if I'm in like first fucking grade, but so I guess what happened behind the scenes was everyone mutually agreed we're gonna leave Jesus Peace alone. No one's gonna fuck with it. We're gonna make our separate ways and just like silently either go on hiatus, left at like decent terms, or just silently break up. Which technically Jesus Peace is left alone. This is just a spin-off of Jesus Peace. This is just a Jesus Peace cover band, okay, featuring the vocalist Aaron, But let's see what happens next. That has nothing to do with how he feels about us and how we handled ourselves amongst one another. And lastly, I understand taking sides, but if you're saying weird or racist bullshit on his post or ours, you are a loser. Need to go, whoa, 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 whoa. People are saying racist shit? Huh? I didn't see no racist shit going down. I mean, I believe it. The internet is unhinged, but I did not know there was some racism afoot. Like, imagine you get tickets for the version pre-breakup and get banned. That's okay. Yeah, that's the thing. You're 100% right about that, Eggs. Like, imagine someone sees the lineup. They're not on the internet at all. They don't know about the drama. They don't know shit that's going down. But they're like, oh shit, Jesus Piece is coming to Arizona, and I really want to go to this fest, especially for them. You pull up and you're like, who the fuck are these guys? This ain't Jesus Piece. You look at a flyer, you're like, oh, this is G $signs' piece. Lastly, we have John's statement here. At Aaron, that's sad to hear you got no love for me anymore despite 10 years of Jesus Piece and a couple years of HTP together. Can you remind me about the time we tried to replace you when you got held at the border and I drove back 3 hours to get you at 4 a.m. on no sleep? Oh, shit. He's like directly negating the left at the border thing. And I guess none of us have any family or loved ones we sacrificed from being on tour either. I just have a dog, I know. I wish every band that asked us to tour with them took holidays and birthdays into consideration too. Anyone that's ever been in a full-time touring band wishes the same. See, that's what I was saying, right? Like, if you're agreeing to this tour, unless you absolutely have to attend a specific event with your friends or family, right? Like a wedding or a fucking, even something as small as Halloween, right? Which I'm not trying to degrade spending time with your kid on Halloween. I'm not saying that like, oh, it's a little bullshit, but like, I feel like Halloween is something you could probably miss out on for a tour. And if you really, really can't, that's something you should communicate with whoever you're on the road with, right? Like, yo, I can't pull up Halloween. I promised my son I'll be there for him. Maybe one of y'all could take over vocals. Maybe we could hit somebody else up, or maybe we could just like skip that date entirely. But we just gotta let, you know, the headlining band know, or whoever's involved. I think that'd be perfectly fine. But like, if you're on tour and Halloween pulls up and you're like, listen, man, I know this is last minute, but I can't do this. I gotta go home, be with my son for Halloween. You're kind of fucking everybody up there. You know what I mean? Better yet, put the kid on stage. You know what's funny, Frick? They actually did that once. I think it was Aaron's little sister did vocals for them. I'll show y'all later. And yeah, and like, okay, I guess I'm not beating the everyone's cooking allegations here, but John is cooking here, right? Because there are a lot of bands that complain about this often, where it's like, yeah, I'm missing birthdays, I'm missing holidays, I'm missing X, Y, and Z to tour on the road, right? But these are sacrifices you have to make as a musician, again, unless you do your best to like not. I actually remember having a conversation last year with Dave where you told me we should be touring more. Didn't you also mention we should find a replacement for Lou now that he's in France? Ooh, okay. Lou moved to France. Damn. All right, this guy over here, John, is airing out all the dirty laundry. So the one guy Aaron claimed he had love for, he tried to replace. Fuck. I figured the family aspect of the breakup would be your only angle because it hits the hardest with people. Now that you lied about all that, it'll forever be disputed regardless of what I or the other guys say. Still confused as to why you quit to take care of them and decided that a month later you were going to continue the band without us. I guess when a label dangles money out there, it's hard to say no. It's funny because you probably could have started a new band and gotten bigger than us, but you chose to run with the same name. It'll forever make me sad that the band went down this way. That's the worst part about this. We probably would have even done something new together. See you around Philly, man. Deuces. I knew things would like blow up. I knew things were going to be bad before reading this, but I guess what I was hoping for before reading everything was like there would be some sort of open door, some sort of like, yeah, shit's bad, but it's not like that big of a deal. Like we could probably like reboot Jesus Piece sometime in the future, but I think it's safe to say that these guys will probably never work with Aaron again. Closing thoughts. It's a hot mess, and it is sad to see that like Like, Jesus Piece is a very legendary band, and I feel like they really assisted in keeping metalcore true to hardcore. It went from like fun drama to sad drama, but at least it's not dark drama. Like someone is a closeted weirdo. What an update this was. Like, sub, and click right here because last time we spoke about the I Prevail drama, and that's pretty sad too.